Good afternoon, guys. It's 4:05 p.m. so I'm recording the video early since I was done earlier. So I have a time so I can get it done with it. I don't have to wait for 4:15 close today. So that's the pre-market notes for today, January 23rd, and today is a Monday. So we will wait till RTH players to give us some hint. So we didn't take any trade in the pre-market. I was just observing it. For now, we have to assume that buyers are in control based on Friday's up move, and we have to look for follow through to the upside. We will favor longs intraday 70% of the time, 30% reactionary shorts only, assuming if we see a reversal scenarios with step down, not exhaustion way. So however, 96 4008 in ES is a good R from the past. It does require some kind of response, and price already responded in pre-market also, and in RTH also, right? So I had mentioned it on Saturday, that same area in Discord. Whether that response will happen in the overnight or RTH, I have no clue. However, but how far price goes down, that is the question mark. But above 40.45, Friday's bias will keep control. In ES and NQ, above 510, 552, Friday's bias will keep control. Look for conservative location long, downside exhaustion, pullbacks after breakout, etc. Then going with the flow, kind of breakout long and fear of missing kind of aggressive longs, after those things. And also, I'm not seeing any big move today, but rather rotational day. Keep a close eye on Dow Jones, and that index may guide us during RTH, right? Now look at this. NQ's dream numbers are powerful as usual, right? Today's low 676. And that was the first hint, when it bounced from it, and then it took out 706. That was another sign. I'll show you why. So if you look at this 706 708 area, 708 was our exchange area, and it was a heavily confluence area. It was a dream number, it was an exchange area. See, you can see it was also Globex high, it was Friday's high. It was like basically Friday's high was here 686, so I would say Friday's high also there, and this was listed as an aggressive sellers area, right? Heavily confluence area. But anyway, we are not supposed to short 70% long, right? So even though if price comes here in the pre-market, no shorts. Even in RTH, no shorts. But you look for long, So preferred sellers area in ES also got tagged. It's at the same time with NQ in the pre-market. Then I was seeing failed breakout, So it was a failed breakout here. Question was how far price goes down. So we discussed in Discord 85, 86 is the key area right of the open to watch. NQ 686, 676, 650, we need to watch, and even 620 and 580, those are all key areas, So but we discussed a couple of scenarios also in Discord, what I want to see, and based on whichever level price holds it in both together, we are also supposed to also keep an eye on Dow Jones also, So and then I also mentioned right of the open, Dow did not had a failed breakout, but ES and NQ has a failed breakout in pre-market, but Dow was holding it. And then right of the open, I said Dow may give you a failed breakout, and that's what happens. So Dow did a failed breakout, that's why Dow went down, right? So Dow went down all the way to Globex low, So I was watching Dow, so I did not trade ES and NQ of the open in the morning, I was watching Dow only, because that was a good dollar amount in terms of reward compared to ES and NQ. When I saw this thing bouncing from here, this thing bouncing from here, and Dow was hitting Globex low, that's where I took the long in Dow, not in ES and NQ, because ES and NQs were too aggressive for me to go long, So I was looking for a pullback into 71, this area 73, at least preferred buyers area, and then maybe NQ at that time maybe aggressive buyers area or Globex low or this, but at least aggressive buyers and below. But then price did not even come there, but Dow came to Globex low, so I took the long in Dow based on this two coming into the support, right? And then both of them bounced, Dow also bounced, right? So I was targeting all my levels, like 490, 580 and higher up, and I already put that thing in this in Twitter also, all the levels, so you can check my tweet. But that was the whole idea, but by that time these guys were moving higher, right? So there is no trade here because now it's a premium price I am paying here. So I rather stick with Dow, and I traded Dow, entire day pretty much, so not entire day, but after like 10:30, 11, I stopped trading, but that was the story. And then after 1:30 or 2 o'clock, but then there was no pullback. There was a pullback actually, but the way it was coming down, I did not touch it. But I took one long, but that was in SIM. Actually, I took one short also in Dow at the top around 860 or 871, and then I wrote it down, and then I took a long at 575 in Dow and 585, which is afternoon pullback area around 2:54 or 3 o'clock, and then I bailed out at 689 and then 640, so I put that trade also in SIM account. But that was the trade in Dow only, opening long, because of Dow was at discount then premium, the way discount means it was touching Globex low, and it basically give you a mini fail breakdown right there, while ES and NQ were holding higher level support. In a way it's a good thing, but it's just aggressive buying. That's why I didn't touch it. Right now in Discord I say also you can go long here, right? Nothing wrong here, so but it's an aggressive price, so I choose not to engage, but it was a good level in both of them. So the way you trade this, is you can see there was a bullish disconnect, minor one, or I would say internals were okay. They were not like too bullish, too bearish, so it may hold it. And the moment it hold the close, here, and then bounce and take out this area, you can go long with the flow, Only issue is it is still below backup sellers area, so it may get some rejection. But by that time you can see this flow, very nice move up, most likely it will go higher. And the way NQ took out 708 area, all the heavy confluence area right there, right? That was the sign it wants to go higher. All you have to wait till this 758 last week high is taken out, and boom, you can just go long, and then target backup sellers area 844, and then here you can call it a day, at 1025, 1030 you can call it a day off, no need to trade after that. At that time ES was at this 25, that was the target I was looking for buyers, max. So that's where you bail out, and then you don't need to trade, all this thing, because the major chunk you already got it, and then you can see it. Even though if you traded it, like here you got screwed here, pretty much, and this is wrong. The way it came down, it should not have gone below 905, but the way it did it, right, there is some weakness in buying today, and it should not have gone down below 3035. Since it did it, right, there is some weakness in buying, but we'll see in the overnight today and tomorrow. And that be all for today. See here also, if you can look at it, momentum was holding above zero line throughout the morning, so that was another supportive idea for the longs, let's say for this aggressive longs, See in the overnight, based on overnight price action, this is aggressive long, but we discuss in Discord in RTH, depends on where it opens and how it moves. You can take higher up longs, and it is not an aggressive price, you have to forget the overnight. You have to just focus on RTH, and then it's not an aggressive price, and that be all for today. I'll see you tomorrow.